What's up, everybody? I am waiting for some more people to get inside the room. I hope everybody had a good uh, week that flew past like crazy. You have to forgive me if I'm feeling a little bit. What's up, Celine? You have to forgive me if I'm feeling a little bit off my square today. I had fun with friends again this yesterday. We went to a outdoor little concert or whatever. What's up, Tanya? What's up, Warren? How you guys doing? We went to an outdoor concert, me and my normal original gangsters, a few of them. And let's just say, I've never had edibles before, and I thought it was just some peanut butter. I just thought it was a peanut butter treat. I didn't know it was a fucking edible. Okay. And y'all, one thing about edibles is that you don't feel this shit for a while. So you're like, this is nothing. Give me another piece. Luckily, I ended up getting home when it hit. And I am fucking stuck. I'm sitting over here like, what the fuck is going on? Why I feel like I'm splitting two? Okay. I see my normal self across the room saying, what the fuck did you eat? And then the other side of me is over here. I mean, I'm trying to control myself from laughing and giggling and all kind of shit. At nothing. I'm in the house by myself, having a full-on conversation with myself. Okay. Then try to go to sleep, waking up throughout the whole goddamn night. Oh, so what the hell was that? And answering myself again. Okay, just crazy shit. Get up this morning. I'm like, am I still high? This is crazy. I'm like, never again will I fuck with another edible. That is not how I remember weed back in the day. Okay? That's some evil shit to put something in some food that tastes really, really, really good. And you don't, your mind sometimes get it mixed up with, okay, this is when you have weed in a joint figure, that's weed. But when you got something that tastes fucking good, you gonna sit there and eat that shit and eat that shit and eat that shit, and you gonna be fucked up. Okay? I was totally fucked up. I'm still fucked up today. So if this show gets crazy, y'all know why I've been still high from the edibles yesterday. I don't like this aftermath feel. And one of our friends was like, girl, I don't know what to say. She's like, that shit fuck me up. I won't fuck with no more edibles anymore. I was like, it can't be that bad. Nothing bad should taste this good. So I'm fucked up, y'all. So excuse the highness, but y'all already know why. Okay. Yeah, me and my best friend, we had a good time. I haven't seen him in a while. He's getting ready to move back to New Orleans. So they asked me to hang out, and y'all know I'm a germophobic, so I'm sitting here like, oh shit. So I was glad we were outside. But anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. We'll get some new people in here. I hope everybody's week has been excellent. And today is gonna be a strange show. And I'll tell you why. It's gonna be funny as always, because you know my black ass, I'm gonna say some funny shit on here. But it's also a learning thing. And we're gonna talk about the promise of Cheyenne. Now, the promise of Cheyenne, I so far I'm liking this, but I don't know if you watching this shit. But everybody that was in Love and Redemption, Jay has said, motherfuckers, y'all need another job. Okay? Y'all need another job. All y'all come over here and do Promise of Cheyenne. Okay? Everybody that was in Love and Redemption are in this. I've never eaten happy food before till yesterday, and I'm fucked up still today, y'all. Okay, so I'm still slightly in that mellow area where you know when you smoke weed or something. Well, when you eat edibles, you in that shit to the whole next day. Thank you so much. Okay, great. I am glad you got your fan, Warren. So yeah, Promise of Cheyenne has everybody that was in love and redemption in it, and I am here for it. Uh, it is a story of you got all your brothers, you got an emperor, He dies. Boys are sitting up here looking out. You know what I'm saying? You got an emperor that was basically injured by the other fighting party, who was a good guy. Because when I saw who the daddy was, I'm like, oh, that's Bougie Daddy from, Legend of Fayon. So I knew this was going to be a good drama with some of the older actors that are in this. And he's the emperor. He ends up basically getting poisoned by arrow. They get his younger son ends up getting the antidote for it, but it's too late because it's already been in his daddy's system for a while, and he dies not really leaving a actual edict on who is going to be the new prince. Of course, you got the older brothers fighting. You got some assholes. You always got some tools of brothers that you want to get behind another brother to fight for the throne because they think that if that other brother's in charge, he could be a puppet to do what they want him to do. That shit never ever fucking works. And of course, you get the girl that ends up meeting the young boy on one of these little missions that he's out here doing. They meet, they're a perfect match for each other. And you know what I'm saying, on most things, how Chinese dramas go. And this boy, he wants to marry her. She's in the house where the other brother, who is now the emperor, is. And basically, the boy comes back. He goes to war. They think he's dead. She thinks he's dead. You know what's going to happen. The older brother going to start looking. He was looking at her early the whole time, and then he turns around and wants to make her his concubine. And guess what? The little brother, Mr. What is it? Sufang. He's not Sufang in this. For me, I'm going to call him Sufang in this particular one. Sufang from Love and Redemption comes back, and he is alive. And you know how this boy acts when he is hurt. Okay, so he got himself typecast as the long-suffering lover. So we already know how he gonna be portrayed throughout this whole thing. He's gonna get a lot of hits because he knows how to long suffer and pine after a bitch. Okay, so right now it's on Viki.com. You can check it out. They haven't uploaded all of the episodes. I think on Drama Cool is up to 26, according to Miss Shirley. And I don't like watching on Drama Cool because I gotta sit in front of my computer and watch it. But on Viki.com, it's up to about maybe episode 10 or 14, and they're still transcribing the subtitles. So check it out. I think it's gonna be worth the watch. Right now, it's got some low ratings on Viki, and I'm not sure why. But because of the actors that are in it, and that everybody and their mama from Love and Redemption is in this, that's the only reason why I'm sticking around. This is called The Promise of Cheyenne. If y'all know I'm not pronouncing this shit right, but if you look up The Promise of Cheyenne, that will come up. And basically, if you like Love and Redemption, all of the actors that were in Love and Redemption are basically in this, except for the young lady that plays Sufan's love interest and our asshole emperor. Okay. What's the comments with Vicky when I end of the drama now? Right, get to the end of the drama. And then the other drama that I finished up, which was really good. I have to make a big shout out to Samantha. She was on point with this one. Rule the World is a must-see. Watch that shit. Watch that shit. It was good. It was good. I skipped through different. I kind of fast forward through it to get to the just the things when they get to the point where they got to do all the back and forth with the feeling sad and all that other shit. Y'all know me. I'm gonna fast forward because I got to be ready for Saturday. But that is a good drama. If you like that palace shit, if you like the palace and the princes going through their thing with all these women. The one thing about this drama that you felt so bad about the male lead in this is that his daddy kept making him marry and throw all these women on him, and all he wanted was one bitch. But baby, the way he set this shit up for him and his one bitch to be together, all I gotta say is any woman watching this should be like, now that's how you make your number one, your number motherfucking one. Even if you gotta marry 10 other fucking bitches, he singled this bitch out. Like, y'all can sit up here and marry these hoes to me if you want to. I'll go in there, do what I gotta do, get some babies out of this shit. But this bitch got my heart. and and his heart was with her too, to the point that this heifer kept coming back. They done killed her. She kept coming back and resurrecting into other bodies. It's resurrected into other bodies to come back to this man, baby, with all her memories. I was like, now that's some love for your ass, okay? But I think you're gonna particularly like that, and that's the reason why I actually did this show a little bit differently, because I wanted to reiterate on a couple of things with us as women, and a lot of us are women that actually look at these dramas. It's called Rule the World. I'm gonna do a review on it, and put it up, and I'll put a link in the descriptions when I do that review after I do this show, where you can find it on YouTube. It is on YouTube. It's called Rule the World. Finally, a Chinese drama that's not hard for me to fucking pronounce. And I don't think it's on Viki. You can look and see. This particular drama, I think, was done maybe in 2015 or 16, but it is still very, very good. And I think all of you all would like it, because the love relationship in this particular drama is very intense. Check it out. It's worth watching. It's an excellent ending. And all I gotta say is, it was parts on here I was like, boy, they gotta make some men like you out here. Okay? I mean, he was, he let it be known. This the one. And bitch, even if you are Empress, you can't come up above this hoe. Put it like this. He had it so down on this girl that she didn't even have to bow to him or nobody. He said, you don't bow to nobody, baby. I was like, oh, you better work. It's 45 episodes. He's like, you don't bow to nobody. Every time she kept trying to bow, he said, what did I say? I was like, girl. And then he put an edict out that was so cold. So any jealous bitches that was in the crew, because there was jealous bitches that was doing some hella shit, baby, they got their faces handed to them in public, in front of the courts. Okay? So there was no doubts about who his main woman was. Okay? So y'all gotta watch that one. I had never seen a story where the man let it be known. You can throw all these wives on me for political reasons if you want to. This one right here ain't going no motherfucking well. And you know, women are not supposed to be allowed to be inside of the court when the new emperor is being crowned. Let me tell y'all something. This is how cold this motherfucker was. This man, he made her dress up like a eunuch so she could walk him down the aisle to the throne. I was like, it was good. I was like, oh shit. He told her to stand right there. She kept trying to bow. He was like, don't bow for nobody. I told you. I was like, I had never seen nothing like this, girl. You talking about respect. I mean, a bitch got put on. Okay, I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. And it was good. It was good. So check it out. It's called Rule the World. Big shout out to Samantha who literally recommended this to me. I liked it very much so, a lot. And the lead guy in it is very cute. He's fine. So definitely, that's definitely a hail to the yeah. Okay, because I've not seen a story like that. Rule the World. It has 45 episodes. You can see it right here on YouTube. You can cast it to your smart TV. Look at it on you know what I'm saying, on your game console if you have it like that. Watch that. That's the shit. And that's the reason why Adventures with Pat is more or less on something this time with dating and getting past the representatives in your dating situations. Now, for all you women that's already married and got husbands, this ain't for you. But if it's girls in here that have you on dating, or you got a guy that you just started seeing, this part you might want to pay attention to. Okay, yeah, I'm still watching Gods of Lost Fantasy 2, Tanya, and it is taking so fucking long to get to the point. I'm pissed with this. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Light Angle. I am so pissed with this. I was waiting for this boy to come back out of Oh My General, and they put him in God of Fantasy, and it is just taking forever. It's on episode 27, and it ain't really got into what the fuck is going on in this at all yet. And I'm really disappointed because I really wanted to see our lead actor in this do well again because he's very cute, but it's just I think the story writing is really fucked in this, and honestly, it's going to get a 6. I know it's going to get a 6 on Viki or any of the other um, platforms that it may get put on there. People can actually vote it. It's going to get voted very low because it takes too long to get going. It's like molasses. It's like watching paint dry. It's like, where does this go? It ain't even that it's got too many words. It just the storyline is dragging a little bit too long. It's taking too long, and nobody is going to stick with a drama just because the lead is cute, but the story has it has no meat in it to keep you, engaged. Did anyone finish watching the Song of Glory? I did not go back because I heard that the end was gonna be shitty, and I'm like, y'all gotta understand with certain dramas, you watch enough of these dramas, you don't want to be stressed out by no sad shit. We got enough sad shit going on in the world right now as it is. Is it better than Royal Novana? Yes and no. No, I say no. I say no because I'm sorry, it ain't got my boy in it. It ain't got Hugh G in it, so I can't say it's good in that. Yeah, it's like some other time with Song of Glory. But Rule the World and Song of Glory not in the same capacity, Miss Shirley. No, it like I said, it's if you want to pick me up to watch, Rule the World is good, but it's good on levels to me of how he chose to, in his unfortunate situation of constantly getting wives, and he only wants one wife. And the emperor basically acting, you know what I'm saying? He's just doing too much to a ninth brother when there's all these other brothers. Why ain't you throwing all these bitches in their houses? Why are you doing this to him? You know what I'm saying? You see the struggle that he has, and then you see that he don't want none of these women that he's getting. These women got attitude issues. He's put very pragmatic women inside of his harem, in his son's harem, and he knows it. But he also knows that he has feelings towards this girl that the emperor himself wants. So you got that dynamic going on in this. But I liked it because of the fact of how this man put this woman first. He literally put her first in everything, and he did not want her to feel slighted in any kind of way. In fact, he wanted her to know beyond a shadow of a doubt, you got my whole attention. You got all of me. It's one thing for a bitch to say, yeah, I'm her husband. I don't care about her. I don't love her at all. But it's another thing for a woman to have the heart of a man. See, that's the thing. You can have a man's body, but that doesn't mean you have space in his mind or in his heart. And that's where a lot of women get mixed up at. And they get jealous if there is a woman, say if a woman died and you meet this man and you and him have a nice relationship, you have a nice, you guys are getting along, but there's something about him that you can't seem to get through, and you find out that he lost his wife. That woman found a part in his heart that you can't get to. You can't occupy that space unless he's ready for you to do that. And there's nothing that you can do to make that happen. And in this particular drama, these women had to understand that no matter what you do with a man, if you're not in his heart or in his mind, pretty much you are a passerby. He's passing you by. But this particular woman caught his heart and mind, and that's where he was, and that's where he wanted to stay. Even through death, that's where he wanted to stay. Now, is that healthy in death? No, it's not. But you cannot expect, as the new woman coming in with the man who's lost his wife, for him to accept you on the same level that he may have accepted his first wife that had his heart and his mind. Okay, Royal November, there's supposed to be another one. No, you're right, Lorraine. These bitches are not ever going to get it. And they don't. But in this particular drama in Rule the World, they had no choice but to get it. Because he's like, bitch, you better get the motherfucking memo or you're going to get the fuck out. And if you don't like it, your ass can get shipped out to a motherfucker outside this damn palace and I will divorce you and give you to him. That's how deep this man got. You got an issue, bitch, you going to another man somewhere. I'm going to divorce you and give you to another motherfucker. Now fuck with me if you want to. That's how he was. Yeah, okay. Rewatching Lost in Love and Times. I haven't seen that. I'm gonna check that out. Like Light Angle, and I do like mysterious plots. Okay, the costumes excellent. Then that's definitely something I'm gonna watch. I've seen that in a couple of places. Yes, you understand that a big respect for somebody that's like that. That hey, they keep it 100, and in a situation where you have multiple women, you got to have some type of understanding amongst. If you the man and all these your bitches, you better put it down that hey, this is how it's gonna roll. Just like everybody knows the Empress, you got to follow what the Empress says because the Empress is running inner parts of the actual harem. She's runs the harem and she's running the inner parts of the palace. You got to respect her. But sometimes in a lot of these dramas, the Empress is fucked up. She did not want the title of being his Empress. She told him, I don't want to be the Empress and have all that responsibility. All I want is to be your wife. That's it. That's all. So she was still considered being a concubine, to be honest with you. I was like, damn. But even though she was a concubine, he let the other bitch who was trying to set up shit be the Empress because that's what she wanted. She wanted that status. He gave her the motherfucking status. But you ain't got me. Now what? You see what I'm saying? I was like, wow. I had never seen a dude get his bitches together like that. All right. It is worth watching if you're a woman that I think all of us watch a lot of these dramas because we understand the dynamics of women together, just interacting, period, with one another. But when they're all in a situation like that, you begin to understand why certain people stand out in these types of situations and why others are looked over. And that's what brings me to this part about Adventures with Pat, about being inside of relationships. Now, ladies, you guys need to understand some things. There are women in this world, and if I offend somebody, I'm gonna offend somebody, and that's just y'all know me. I'm a straight shoot. I shoot straight from the hips. There are women that are groomed and are birthed to be queens or empresses. Okay, and then there are women that are just motherfucking concubines. And I'm sorry, that's it. They are there for pleasure. They are there for, you know what I'm saying, fun times, and that's it. And then there are women who can critically think with a man. Okay, not that all women are not capable of this. It's just some of us are just our forte. Some women are made to just I just have fun with my man and da 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 da. And that man is never going to take you seriously as a woman to marry. Okay, when you're a married woman, that man has looked at you on every consecutive level. And a lot of people don't seem to get that when it comes down to relationships and in dating. Some people are looking for wives and some people are looking for Miss Right Now. And you have to understand that when you're sitting across from someone in this chess game we call dating, dating is like a strange game of Go, okay, with the opposite sex. And this is where a lot of us get mixed up because when we meet somebody, it's like, oh, he's cute and he got this and he got that going on. And mind you, now you just only met the representative and that's what he told you he is like on paper. But when you really start to sit down and play chess with this person, the game should get very serious because at this point, if you're planning on giving your body up, your money up. For some of us who throw their money up in people's faces first, you need to understand you need to be a critical thinker going into these relationships, and some of us are not. Okay? This is not like Chinese dramas where your daddy and everybody done did your pedigree and they have been ran through the ringer and vetted, and now they're sitting in front of you and y'all getting to know each other. Nah, you ain't even got family running shit and find out this person isn't worthy to even speak to you. You're dealing with this on a one-on-one basis, going off of face value, face first. Okay? So when you're sitting across the table from someone who wants to date you, you need to get past all that fun shit and all that, foo-foo shit. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's got a BMW. Oh, he's got this. Oh, he's got that. First, you need to tell yourself this. If he got his own crib and his own car, congratulations. He's a basic motherfucker. Okay? He's gotten the things that he needs to be an adult, to sit in front of you, to have a conversation with a single woman that maybe in the midst of you all getting to know each other, you may want to take this a step further. Get past all of that fucking icing, I call it. Okay? That's a good thing. That means he's got some common sense. What does he think about? What is his ideas? How does he think about things? And that's not a question you ask, well, where do you see yourself in 10 years type conversation? No. So you have to be a little bit more creative than that. You have to listen more and talk less, women. Because you'll find out more than you realize by sitting there asking different questions. You understand? I put people in different situations to find out what kind of personalities they're hiding from me. You got anger issue problems? I'll take you to a place where they play whirly ball. I want to see your how you handle competition with me. Because I run into men who want to be in competition with me as a woman. And I'm like, how the fuck you gonna be in competition with a bitch? That doesn't make any sense. But there's a lot of men who are in competition with women. Okay, in our day and time. We're not talking about Chinese dramas where men are, they have the masculine thing going on. You have men that are mad because some women are more educated than them. They have more money than them. They have more everything than them. Especially when it comes down to black women. That doesn't mean we don't want anybody. And not everybody comes up to the same level as you with certain things. We all know how this world is. For black men, it is a little bit harder than it is for us, even though it's a hard situation, but it's still hard. Okay? And you try to give people chances that may not be on the same level than you. And that's okay, but don't be a fucking fool. All right? You have to ask questions, deep questions. You have to see how they are. You have to put them in positions where you get to see how they react. Me personally, I test the hell out of men, and they don't even realize they're being tested at all. Perfect example. I'm the type of person that I will put you in a situation where there are beautiful women at, and I want to see how you perform. Especially if we've gotten to the point we really, really like each other and we calling each other all the time and we doing that, what you doing after this, and then the dinner and all this other shit. I want to see if you're a weak-minded motherfucker that can be stole by any pretty face and fat ass walking past. So I'm gonna put you in the midst of that. See, I'm a dirty motherfucker. I am dirty, ice cold with the shit. I want to see what your weaknesses are. Because if I have a man that cannot handle being around beautiful women at any given time, and because a woman can walk past and rub on you a certain type of way, and your ass is over here stuck stupid, I have no use for you. You're a weak-minded person that can be thrown off your square by a, by a diversion. Can you stay focused on the prize, which is me? Because I know what the fuck I'm bringing to the table. You don't. Okay? So you're sitting across the table with a master chess player who is good at dissecting motherfuckers. Y'all may know that about me because you're watching this show, but that man has no idea who the fuck he's sitting across the table with. unless he's a good person who observes. All right. Now I've done this. I'm like, have fun. We're not married to each other. Men are going to be men. I will let you dance with another. If a bitch is like so intrigued till she's standing and being disrespectful to me, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy this hoe a drink, and I'm gonna tell her that guy over there that was talking to me, he would like to dance with you, and I will politely bring her over and introduce them as if she's my friend, and I put them together, and I want to see what the fuck he gonna do. I sit back and watch. He like, you don't mind me dancing? It's just a dance. And honestly, that's all it is. It's just a dance. But I'm here to watch to see what you gonna do. You gonna find you a new bitch before the night is out? Or you gonna realize that I am watching? Okay? And most men feel disturbed by that. Like, you're not jealous? Why do I need to be jealous? I know who I am. I know what I'm coming with. You're the one that's knocking on my door saying you want to find a place in my bedroom at some point, in my life at some point. So I'm being very, very, distinctive about, I'm being picky about who the hell I bring in my room. If you can dance with this woman and say it was a nice dance and be polite and walk away, you've moved on to the next level. He's at least got some respect for the bitch you came here with. Some men can't handle that. Okay? The next thing I do, I will take you to Whirly Ball and see how you handle aggressiveness as far as competition with other people. Do you have some hidden anger issues? You miss a you miss a goal and you ready to jump up in people's faces and call them motherfuckers and shit. Oh, you don't handle, situations where you don't win well. That means in arguments, if I am winning inside of my point, or my point that I'm going to stand on is going to offend you in some way, you're going to lose your motherfucking mind. Because if you can't handle a simple game of Whirly Ball with a perfect stranger, how the hell you going to handle conflict with a master debater? Okay? You have to put people in situations where you get to see their personalities of who you're really dealing with. Because sitting and going on dates and having dinner and going to movie and holding hands, you're not finding out who the fuck is sitting next to you. You don't know if that's a fucking mental patient or not. You don't know. And most of the time with me and men, I find out in about a week whether or not I got a mental patient or somebody worth talking about. And most of the time I found many mental patients. I'm not a psychiatrist. I can't help you with your issues. But if women took time to get to know the people that's in front of them, you might not have this situation. And I think that's the reason why we like Chinese dramas. We like Chinese dramas because we actually go on the actual adventure of these two people discovering each other in love. Okay? They're finding out who the person that they're with really is. Okay, this is Tanya. It says, went out on a date bowling and when he was too aggressive and told me I had to hold the ball this way in an angrily tone, and that night was cut short. You're right. You get to see who they really are in situations like that. So if you want to undress a person, take them to situations where they're not normally going to be in. Okay. Now, for your liars that are well versed in hiding who they are. Now, me going out on dates, I have had my share of liars, honey. Okay. But I'm a seasoned and professional veteran. First of all, I'm a veteran by what I do for a living. Okay. And also by what I do on the side. I have to find out if you're really who you say you are. So When people tell me, oh, I got a business and I got this, I can sit on my computer and find out what the fuck is really good. Okay? So if you bullshit me, I'm going to already know this, and I'm going to take that information and put it in my back pocket for later. And continue to listen to you try to bullshit me. Okay? I'm also the type of person that I give people fair chances. I might know the shit that I know about you. That might not stop us from being friends. Is it going to stop me from being anything more than your friend? Then yeah. Okay? Because I don't need extra shit. I don't need extra problems. Okay? I don't need a whole bunch of extra that I don't need. Okay? Some people got a lot of shit you don't really fucking need. But I'll give you this one example. This is going on dates with your crushes. This is the temptation of all temptations. There is a particular producer that I really liked a lot. And I'm going to call him Mr. H. He's very famous, has done many things. When I was trying to get into the game of the music industry, you have to understand this is a chess game. This is a business chess game. So I have to walk very, very carefully in how I handle myself on this particular chessboard. So I knew going in, you ain't no getting involved with people. That don't mean you don't have your crushes. You like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? You see what I was like, woo, I wish, but I can't touch you. And I'm glad that I knew this going in. Now, this particular person, he's won Grammys, worked with Michael Jackson, worked with Chaka Khan, all these people. And he is the right kind of recipe for me. Quiet but silent type with a little sprinkle of roughneck in him. Perfect. Okay? And on top of that, he's my favorite zodiac sign, a freaky ass Scorpio. All right? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's up from Germany? How you doing? I'm happy you could join in too. So he's all that in the bag of chips in my book. All right? Well, his friend ended up getting in a situation that was out in Downers Grove, and because my boss is the undercover mayor there, and I am his assistant, I got him out of this trouble. But I also knew I wanted to get into the game of music. And in order to get in the game of music, you have to pay a little bit of money to get in the game. And his friend sits up here and says, oh, I got a business and this and this and that. So I type up the business's name and I'm steady going on and I'm listening to him talking about the music shit and all this other stuff. And I find out that the business is in trouble. It's not. I said, do you have any, contracts going right now? And he was like, yeah, we're about to go into one, come this week. I said, you might want to wait on that for about a good 2 weeks, because right now you don't have a business according to, the state of Illinois. And he was like, how do you know that? I'm like, this is what I do. I said, I'll do you one. I'll fix this for you in about 48 hours. And then after that, I'll come and bring you your papers and everything is okay. Now, mind you, to do this was going to be about $3,000. Your girl had some money, okay? And I ended up fixing the situation. I go someplace during the week where they were out at one of the nightclubs, and I see Mr. H. Now, we lock eyes before I realize that I'm even working with him at this point. We lock eyes, and I'm like, okay, he fine as hell. And I keep walking. I go see the person that I helped out, and he tells me that his partner is Mr. H. And Mr. H is looking at me like I am a turkey on Thanksgiving, and this motherfucker ain't had Thanksgiving in years. So I'm like, okay. So I sit down, and I'm professional, and I tell them everything that has been done for them and how they handle things the right way, and they've done it. And he's sitting up here. Meanwhile, Mr. H is still looking at me like I'm a buttermilk biscuit in the morning, baby. And he's starving. And I'm like, yes. Okay. So his friend goes up and says, you want a drink or something? I'm like, no, it's a weekday. I'll take some water. So he goes and gets some water. And me and Mr. H are left to sit here. And he's sitting up here talking about, well, how are you? And how are you doing? And I'm so happy you did this for us. And da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, it's cool. So he comes back and he's like, are you married? I'm like, no, I am not. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, you're beautiful. And I said, as are you. So, your girl gonna flirt now. Then I ain't no motherfucking fool. I'm gonna flirt. And he was like, so do you come out often? I said, I come out a lot from time to time, but I hang out in an alternative area back in the day. But as of right now, I'm pretty much chill. I go wherever I go. So he sits up here and is like, is there a way I can see you again? I was like, in what fashion? Because now I got to move back into business mode. I can't say that I'm liking this man. Okay. And he was like, I said, well, we may see each other. This is a big scene, and I'm sure we will see each other at some point. I get up and walk away. I see another one of my friends. I go up the stairs or whatever in this place, go see and say hi to them. And mind you, I got to work the next day, so I can't stay. So I proceed down the stairs. And guess who I see waiting at the stairs, just looking at me up and down like, okay? And he's like, I just can't seem to not want to stop talking to you. I said, well, Mr. H, I really have to go. But if it's meant for us to see each other again, we will. So I left it at that. Nice, classy. Okay. The next time I end up having to run into Mr. H is that I'm on the hunt for a specific DJ. I've been watching him in the shadows. I know exactly what I want to do with him and how I could use him. But he has an issue that I have to look into, and that is he's just as good as Mr. H and all the other people that's around, which are the heavy hitters inside the house music world. And I'm wondering, why is he being a towel boy? I said, I can't have a weak-minded motherfucker that I'm about to come on the stage with. So I got to go see about this. So I go to the club where he's playing at. And me and him are going to meet. And at this point, I'm going to give him an offer that he can't refuse. Meanwhile, this offer is also working my way into this area. Now, Mr. H is there. He's on the tables. And he sees me come through the door and he lights up. He can't get off the tables. He like, she's here. And I see him and I wave and I see my boy. And I go in the back and I sit back in the cut and I'm watching how all of them interact. All of these heavy hitters, how they all interact. Now, mind you, I'm getting ready to come into their world like a whirlwind. They never seen nothing like me. So I'm sitting back taking notes. I'm here as a businesswoman, y'all. But Mr. H gets off the tables and my guy gets on the tables. And I'm there to listen to what he's doing. So Mr. H comes over and he's like, what are you doing here? I said, I'm here on business. What kind of business? I was like, that's something that is up to me, Mr. H. I'm here on business, but how are you? And we go back and forth. So I kind of disappear. And my particular person that I'm after comes down. And I said, let me have a word with you real quick. And he said, yeah, I'm going to get my stuff. I'll be right back. And he said, I'm letting him play for a little while and I'm going to get back up and play. So meanwhile, he goes and does whatever he has to do. We get back to the bar. And I said, I'm going to make this very quick. And this is how I do things. I said, do you want to do this shit for real? Or do you want to continue being towel boy to these guys back here that you are just as good as? And he's like, what you saying? I said, give me 6 months and I'll send you all over this motherfucking world. And if I don't do it, I'll pay you whatever the amount I asked for you. Okay? I'll pay you. I'll pay you out my own motherfucking pocket. I said, now you need to be specific because I need to know exactly what you want. So he told me exactly what he wanted. Now, mind you, later on down the line, I got all this shit within 3 months of what he wanted. Okay? This is how good I am. Like I said, I was coming in on a business tip. But this is my birthday, you guys, that this happened. So I'm finished doing my business with him. He's sitting here like, oh my God, I got an offer that ain't nobody ever walked up to me about. And this bitch, she's nice looking. She got her shit together. She don't look like no fucking groupie. He's got a lot to contemplate this night, my new DJ. So Mr. H and all the other heavy hitters are still standing around whispering about me. So they asked him, my little one, who I just got finished with, who is she? What's she about? Of course, men talk just like gossiping bitches. So they are all wondering who I am. Now, I did this on purpose because I knew the heavy hitters were there. I'm there for them too. Little do they know. Okay? But it's not yet ready for me. This game is not ready for me to show who I am in their world just yet. I have to have somebody as an example so they will come to me. All right. Now, this is two games going on at the same time, ladies. Now, Mr. A, my boy, gets back on the table and he plays one of my favorite fucking songs. Natalie Cole, Let Me Tell You All About It, the house track. Now, y'all know I am a professional club goer. I used to be a part of the Fab Four. So a bitch know how to dance. Not only do I know how to dance, I know how to dance very sophisticated, sexy, and have a motherfucker sitting back like, oh my God, okay? So this song comes on. Now, Mr. H has a whole bunch of very happy and very disrespectful groupies. So I'm dancing by myself on the floor, and the men are watching because I knew they would be. I'm not no freak with my shit. I'm just motherfucker that makes you think. Okay, I wasn't in modern dance in high school and the president of modern dance troupe for no reason at all. But I am not afraid to get on the motherfucking floor and make the whole room look and like, damn. So as this song is playing, he comes over and tries to dance with me. And I'm like, okay, you want to play this game. So, of course, Pat is going to go into Northside motherfucking mode. Northside mode where, you know, when you dance with gay boys, it's all, it's hit the float, dip down, come up slow, all that shit, okay? Swaying, holding on the hips, all that shit. I done made this shit look sexy to motherfucker. And everybody's just kind of sitting at the tables like. Now, the groupie wants to sit up here and come up. So she's dancing behind him. I mean, this bitch trying to be seen. She laying all on the back and just doing the most. And I'm watching this. And he's feeling a certain type of way, sort of embarrassed because this bitch is invading his moment he's trying to have with me. Okay? Now, she comes around. I actually go around him to the other side in front of her. See, they don't understand. I used to be in gay clubs, so I'm not afraid to dance with women the same way I would dance with a man. I know how to get rid of a bitch. Okay? So she's over here dancing and she's turned around to me. And I literally spent her around and grabbed her waist and rocked with her just like this, looking at him. And he turns around and she's in the middle of us. And I'm looking him dead in his eyes, just going back and forth. And then I sit up here and spin off. I let her go and spin off and walk away. Now I done fucked his head up. He like, wait a minute, whoa, this bitch done turned this to some freaky shit. She trying to tell me that she would. I know how men think, especially Scorpios. That just took him away. So I went on and I ended up going down the stairs, running into his friend that I had did a favor for. And lo and behold, I had bought him a birthday gift because me and him shared the same birthday. And this was my birthday. This is my birthday gift to him. Mind you, I am smoozing my soon-to-be competition, okay? I'm letting them not be afraid of me just yet, okay? Because I need to get on their playing field. So I bought him this beautiful, expensive gift, and he's like, damn, this is for me. I'm like, yes, it is. It's for you. Mr. H comes running down the stairs, y'all, after this bitch. Which I already knew was going to happen. Because in my mind, I'm counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That motherfucker's head is fucked up. Okay? So we downstairs here, and his friend says, I'm going to take this to my car and put it up. Thank you so much for my gift. Da, 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 da. He comes down and he was like, look, I need to be able to see you again. I said, is that right, Mr. H? I said, I would love to see you again. However, I have to regretfully decline. And he was like, why is that? I said, Mr. H, because you are happily married with 5 children. And as wonderful as you are, and you're one of my most favorite DJs and producers, I am not in the business of destroying happy homes. And with that being said, You are fun. And I had the most best day of my life dancing with my crush of music. But unfortunately, that's as far as this goes. And walked away. His face was sour as hell. He looked like he had sucked 10 lemons in that conversation. See, ladies, what I showed you is that not only am I playing a game of chess and music, but I'm also realizing that men will show you whatever they want to show you. Do you understand? You can't be so gone on somebody, even if it is a crush, that you ignore reality. Now, on his Facebook, on his, at that time, MySpace, you didn't see a trace of a woman. But do you know how I found out he was married? My skills of researching people are impeccable. I could have got used. I could have been an easy side piece because the way he seems up front in front of me, the representative looks like he's available. But you got to also understand inside the DJ world, look at the woman that was all in his face trying to just throw it out. That's what he gets all the time. He had never met a woman like me. But I knew who the hell I was dealing with. And those things you cannot ignore because those people don't say automatically out of their mouth, this is what the fuck I got going on with me. Okay? And even giving me a choice on whether or not I want to deal with some shit like that. Do I want to be a side bitch? Did you ask me? No, I have no desire to do that. And he was not going to tell me that until maybe he got where, you know what I'm saying, we so hot and heavy and all into each other that when he gets the cookie, then he's going to let me know, oh, I'm married, by the way. See, that's the kind of shit motherfuckers put you up in. That's why I say there's a difference between concubines and empresses. Empresses are going to look into a matter a lot closer because they have a hell of a lot more to lose. And in that situation, I had a lot to lose. I'm trying to come into an area that's dominated by men, and I'm trying to take it over. Okay? Now, at the end of the day, all of these men kept coming at me. They kept coming at me. They were like, man, if I got you, if I was able to date you, I'd be done married your ass. You want to know why they want to marry me? Because every man wants a very smart ass woman. Said that's men. It's like stories and down. Married 6 months later into it. And that is how they are. But you have to be able to know how to research people and find out exactly who you're dealing with, ladies. And that's what I'm trying to say. Liars and playboys. All right. My next story, and these are all true stories. You know how people tell you, maybe you shouldn't try to go after guys that are your type. You know that line us women use with each other, try to find you somebody that's not somebody that you would normally date. Well, I tried that shit, y'all. And still ran into a fucking tool. Okay? This particular man used to be a reverend for the fire department. Now, me personally, I ain't into churchy motherfuckers. All right, you gonna fuck around and go to hell fucking with Pat, especially with the kind of life I have lived at some point. Okay, so I'm thinking, me dating this man, I'm feeling real sinful, like Jezebel, even being around a person like this because they supposed to be so quote unquote godly, and I'm out here. I go to gay clubs. I go to all kind of shit. I hang out at the goddamn strip club with my friends, my male friends and shit. I'm a different type of bitch. Okay? And this man came up to me. Now, mind you, he didn't come up to me in nowhere because we knew each other's children. His name was Fat Daddy when we were kids. So I was like, okay, he is not my type. And he was named Fat Daddy for a reason, a fat ass little boy that had a little cute little sister or whatever. But he would never have been my type. But I ran into him. He seemed like a gentleman. And he asked me out in the oddest way. Now, everybody knows, oh, would you like to go out for coffee? He's like, would you like to go out with ice cream for me? I was like, ice cream? Now, that's the first time I've ever heard anybody ask me that shit. Okay? And I was like, he's not my type. would never be my type, even on my drunkest day. But but okay, I'll go out for ice cream. And he was the first guy that actually took a chance for me to, he actually was trying to read me and find out who I was, which I took that as different because most men are so busy talking about themselves, they never ever investigate who the fuck I am. So it puts me at a advantage and not a disadvantage. So now I'm sitting across from a person on a chessboard that I'm thinking may be worthy of me sitting down playing this game. Now we go out for ice cream. We're having a great conversation, intellectual conversation, which that's the thing about me. The trick to me is intellectual ice cream. Right, ice cream is very childlike, so that threw me off, and I was like, well, okay. So we're talking. Conversation is great. We stayed out till like 1 o'clock in the morning talking on a bench in the park after eating ice cream. It was really great. I'm like, great conversation. I like to be mentally stimulated. Okay. That beats being gorgeous all day for me. So I'm interested now. One day he comes to the house because I'm very busy. I don't have a lot of time for men. So one day I said, okay, he made me feel bad about not being available. So I said, okay, I'll be available. He came by my house, and I'm not big on people coming to my house or drive. You know what I'm saying? I still have that thing about me from last time. I'm not big with visitors of the opposite sex in my home. Okay. So alone. So that's one thing about me. So in this, keep this in mind. So he comes over, he's like, oh, my back is really killing me and this and that. I'm like, okay. Now, we don't know each other like that. We haven't even shared a kiss or anything past a butt out hug. That's all that has transpired between us. And he's like, can I go lay down in your room? No. I said, I can bring you something on this couch. You know what I'm saying? I can bring you a heat pad on the couch and you can lay there, but no. And he was like, I ain't gonna try to do nothing. I said, it's not about what you're trying to do. I don't want you to get the wrong impression in my bedroom. Okay? Period. About anything. We're not gonna talk in there, we're not gonna do any of that. You can sit here and I'll bring you a heat pad. I go find a heat pad. I come back. This motherfucker is completely undressed, standing here talking about what you gonna do with this. First of all, I'm looking at him undressed. You look about 6 months pregnant. I can't even see your wang. And you're knock kneed. You look like a fucking big ass overgrown seal up in this bitch. I'm like, what the fuck is you doing, homie? Put that shit away. Don't nobody want to see that. What the hell are you talking about? What I want to do with that? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You are literally fucking up my corneas right now. What the fuck is this? Put your clothes on, man. Put your clothes on. Cover that shit up. Cover that up. And so he's like, what? What are you saying? You're being so disrespectful. I said, no, you being disrespectful to me in my house. I need you to put your big ass, welly ass in your pants and get the fuck out my house. I said, now I had a funny feeling you was on that road asking to go to this fucking bedroom of mine. I said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I said, you're supposed to be churchy. Every time I've seen you, you've been playing church music in your fucking car, making me feel like I'm a goddamn Jezebel about my life. And your ass over here playing motherfucking preacher slut today. Cat daddy all day. Are you fucking serious? Get the fuck out of my house. Get out. I'm like, look, I took his pants. I took all that shit, threw it in my hallway. Bitch, get dressed outside. Get dressed in the hallway. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking up my motherfucking eyesight like that. Looking like a fucking goddamn sunbathing whale on the beach. It was awful. And it's supposed to be a church dude. It gets better. So this is how we separated on our date. On that mode. 2 weeks later, my friend downstairs, because at this time, the house before I moved into this one, my condo, my original gangster friends, all of us lived in the same building. This is how close our friendships are, honey. All of us are in the same building. It's only 3 floors, and all of us live in the same building. A couple of my roommates, and all of us who have been clubbing it since 20 some odd years old are all in the same building as adults. So you can imagine how life in this building is. Okay, it's kind of like college all day. My friend downstairs has a party. He invites some of our friends, our mutual friends, over. One girl that's in the group says, "Oh, my man, he's gonna be coming by to see me and this and that, and y'all gonna love him. He's sweet. You know, he a little churchy guy, but he's okay." And I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting on the porch by myself smoking a square. And I see this car that I know roll up. And I see the dude sitting there looking at me. And I'm like, is that Fat Daddy? So I'm like, and I know he's having a heart attack because the party's address is the same place where 2 weeks ago the girl on the 3rd floor kicked his ass in the hallway out butt ass naked. And he's like, I know he's downstairs thinking, what are the odds of them knowing each other in this building on this 2nd floor apartment party that I'm going to? So I'm on the porch. He walks up the stairs. And I said, calm as a motherfucker, ain't it? You know him? I'm like, we are practically fucking family up in this building. So she comes outside. Hey, baby, how you doing? I said this. That bitch Karma coming, boy. She know how to sit on your motherfucking front chair and say hello, honey. Now, mind you, this woman, I know her. She don't know who the hell she got. Okay? She goes inside and he's standing there and said, oh, I need to get something out the car. She goes back inside the house and he says, look, I don't want no trouble at all. I'm sorry, da 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 da. Please don't cause no problems for me. I said, you know what? You caused the problem for yourself. I said, but I don't know her that well, but I do know her cousin very well. We'll see how the night goes. I might change my mind. I said, but I'm not going to say anything. Nobody, you behave. I'm not going to say a fucking word. She starts talking about how she want to start marrying him. And I'm like, and then her cousin comes up like, what's going on? I said, come see me on the porch, girl. This motherfucker, I told her everything. She was like, I got to tell her. I said, now, it all depends on how your cousin's going to handle that. I said, but that ain't worth getting married, baby, because the cousin was one of them people who had just won the lottery. And I mean, millions. She won millions. All right? So he's already on that bumper because this bitch got some money. So I was like, you might want to put your girl up on that fucking well right there because, honey, he's a fucking trip. I told her exactly what the fuck he did at my house. And he's sitting over here, don't say anything. Don't ruin what I got. I said, motherfucker, you ruined what you had when you came to my house acting like that. You ruined what you had when you went on a fucking date with me in the beginning. Knowing that you're supposed to be getting married to somebody. And somebody I know. We don't get down like that. I ain't no business gonna sit up here and be like, oh, that ain't got nothing to do with me. The hell it don't. If you gonna marry this motherfucker, you gonna go in this motherfucker eyes wide the fuck open, fucking with Pat. Okay? So what ends up happening is that they tell her later on, they tell her that day. But he out here talking like you shouldn't be that way. You should be more Christ-like. I said, let me tell you something. Jesus ain't got nothing to do with what the fuck you doing. This all you, babe. The devil ain't even got nothing to do with what you do. Quit blaming that shit on entities that ain't got nothing to do with this. You out here fucking up in these streets. And you fucked up at the wrong person's house, not knowing who they knew Who? You understand? You don't know who fucking around out here. And we are a very tight group of people. She still caught herself going out with him even after they told her the fucking truth. I'm like, well, then that's on her. But you know what? She had the nerve to have an attitude with me. Now, I know why she had an attitude with me. She ain't the most nice looking motherfucker in the world, but she had a problem with me. I said, well, I don't know he got a problem with me. I got rid of that motherfucker. I got rid of him quick because he did some very disrespectful shit. Right. Jesus ain't got nothing to do with you pulling your fucking ass out somebody's house. He got nothing to do with that. That is not. He's like, why you dragging me in this shit? That's you. Okay. But it is a very small world. You're right. I'm like, I'm sorry. None of the disciples ain't got shit to do with what you doing right here. You on some whole shit. And you get whole prizes. Okay? Ain't nobody trying to marry no hoes up in here. Nobody's trying to marry heartache. You understand? You're opening yourself up to heartache. But that's what I'm talking about. Playboys and liars. They are out here, ladies. And that's something that you have to understand. When you look at those Chinese dramas, they really give you a blueprint on how to decipher what kind of qualities you want in a man, and even the qualities you want in a woman, and the type of women that are out here. Some women want to be lied to. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't want to look at shit for what it is. And you can't get upset at that. You just really can't. But I know for a fact that there are men out here that play on us being stupid and not doing due diligence, not taking our time. A lot of us get caught up on, the fluffy stuff. He's cute, he's nice, you know what I'm saying? He knows how to do this, he knows how to do that. But you are not dissecting this person in front of you. You're not giving it enough time before you fall into bed. Men will give you that look and that daze that make your ass, you can feel the chills go down your spine. And you have to grab yourself and say, bitch, wait a minute. I ain't known this motherfucker but for 30 days. He don't know my name. He don't know what color I like. He ain't bought me shit. You understand? This motherfucker, everywhere we go, I've been the motherfucker buying. You gotta start sitting back and saying to yourself, let me get a hold to myself. Let me not get caught up in potential or what the daydream of meeting this person is in my eyes. We all do this. We paint a picture. This guy's cute. He said some slick shit on the phone and had me thinking, or you know what I'm saying? I did some freaky shit with him that I shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? We did some phone sex or some sex texting and all this sexting and all this shit. And in your mind, you're painting this person that really does not exist. That's something in your head. And then you mix it with potential. And you really got the wrong impression about who the fuck you dealing with. And then you get mad 3 months down the line that this ain't who the fuck he say he is. Because part of it was a drawing that you made in your mind of them. So you are now akin to these concubines you watch in Chinese dramas that automatically are in love with an emperor they ain't never met before. I'm in love with you and hanging on. And you, as a viewer, these same hoes, just like, that is just pathetic. Girl, you right there with them hoes. If you doing that shit to a motherfucker you ain't really met like that. I don't give a fuck if it's 3 months. You don't know this motherfucker like that. It takes a long time to get to know somebody. A long time. You can be with somebody for about 2 or 3 years and still don't know who they are. And why I know I'm telling the truth is I've been with men who have no fucking idea who the fuck I am, because I only show them what I want them to see. Yeah, I'm a businesswoman. I'm busy all the time. That helps me to be able to slow them down. But that doesn't, I'm slowing them down, but at the same time, you really don't know who I am. Yes, I am hilarious and funny, but it takes a minute for you to get to that point with me, because I'm actually You know, I'm gonna flirt with you. I'm gonna flirt with you and make you feel a certain type of way. I'm gonna make you love the mystery about me. But that don't mean you fucking know me until you know that bitch in the cave. When you see that hoe come out, then you like, yeah, I know that bitch. Okay. Y'all ain't even introduced you to her yet. For right now, you know what I'm choosing to show you. The same way men do us, you have to know how to do men. Hold back a little bit, especially on the sex part, because once you give up the sex, there's nothing else you can give to a man at that point. That's the reason why a lot of men get funny after they've done the do with you. Says Miss Shirley said you should have introduced Mr. Churchman and Mr. College Man with a whip. They could have hung out. Yeah, they could have hung out together. They really could have. But these are the dates that I have gone on that would have put the one with Mr. H. That would have threw a lot of women off. I know a lot of women would have been like, hell yeah, Mr. H, let's go. Let's do the damn thing. That man was sexy in every motherfucking way. He got a big ass mansion, but he also got a wife in that mansion and a whole bunch of grown ass kids and a couple that's inside high school. That's nothing. All that is wait. That's heartbreak for waiting for me to happen. Another one be like, girl, if she ain't doing her job, that ain't got nothing to do with me. No. Then you're not gonna get anything out of it other than, as I call it, excuse my language, some hot penis on a platter. That's all you gonna get, girl. That's it. Now, if you cool with just some hot penis on a platter, all right then, do your thing. But for me, I'm looking for something deeper than that. It says men invent who they think they are, who they think you are, and then put the invented person on a pedestal. Yes, they do. And they also do that with women too. Okay? They also do that with women too. I'll be the first person to tell you that. You have to, and they don't even know. I've had my male friends say, I'm like, you don't know who this bitch is yet. What the hell you doing buying this and buying that? I told y'all, I am equal. And one thing about me is with women, I'm looking at you harder for my male friends because most of my male friends tend to be very good guys that's actually looking for wives. But they tend to find these trashy hoes from I don't know where the hell you done picked this bitch up at. But regular decent women know a regular decent woman when you see one. And then you know women with fucking hidden agendas when they walking up to you. I'm one of the people, I sit back, they don't know who the hell I am. But I'm sitting back listening to your conversation. And see, me and my sister used to do this thing with the girls that were coming to our family to date the boys and our men in our family. See, my sister is one of them risque, try to act like street bitches. And I'm more directly in your face. I don't have time to put on the act. But my sister on the scamming type shit, well, men, girl, I got one paying for my hair, another one paying for my condo, this and that, knowing that's not what she's doing. But what she's doing is just trying to see if you one of them type of bitches. And girl, let me tell you, every last one of them, because the way my sister puts it in there is if she's trying to get to know them and trying to find camaraderie, she ends up finding out this bitch ain't nothing but a fucking gold digger. And see, for me, I don't get mad at gold diggers because I understand what they're doing. They're trying to make sure they are secure. They just try to make sure they are secure. They just try to make sure they're secure on your dime, okay? Without being married to you. And that man is so fucking weak-minded because she know how to throw her cookie a certain type of way. He all for it. What the fuck you need him for anyway? If a bitch like that can turn his head, he is a weakling. Period. It's like, so Mr. H, if Mr. H is high class, polite, plastic surgeon, mason, or he Lamborghini opening doors, dad, yep, I am a professional woman who supports herself and 6 months in and love Love like a team. Okay? It comes with a wife and 3 babies and break heart on the way. Those are the gifts. Them stupid gifts you got. Because Mr. H had his shit together, baby. I disagree. If you treat a man romantically interested in as a business deal, then you're going to see flaws. But if you're sincere, you get the reaction you want to see. It wasn't a business deal. You have to understand the business deal in which I was in. I couldn't participate with Mr. H if I wanted to, like, because I was getting ready to come into an area where I am the only woman and I cannot afford to put my draws down with anybody to be able to get respect on that in that arena. But Mr. H had hidden shit going on about him. And if I was stupid enough and gone enough on my crushism, I would have got caught up in a fucked up situation. Thank God I had my business mind on at that time. Because if I did not, what was I gonna get other than a hot night with Mr. H? He can't give me a relationship. And I damn sure ain't gonna get into the music area in the way I want to with that reputation, because men talk like women do about who they sleep with, especially ones they don't have to pay for. See, he don't talk about his woman because he did his wife because he's got to pay for his wife. But a heifer he's sleeping with on the side, oh, they gonna get talked about. See, I've been in enough conversations with men to understand how they roll. Women who they have to pay and have a different type of relationship with that is very intimate, they don't talk about at all. You don't even see these women. But ones that they are just, she's out here with me, whatever. She goes to dinner, all the boys see her all the time. That's a throwaway. See, in the music business, you get to see all kinds. The wives in this, I never seen. Never. I've known men who were married and they say, I'm married. I've never seen their wives, ever. I've seen them with groupie bitches all the time, but I've never seen their wives. So you have to understand, in the area where I'm trying to be respected at, I cannot be seen as a woman out here trying to find a date, no matter how much I like. It's a part of the game. That's right. It says, but if a man can use his romantic advantage to get you into your business game, why can't women do the same? Well, you can if you want to play that game, but it's very dangerous. And it's also very dangerous if you're the only woman. Yes, a woman has to try harder. You have to be smarter. To this day, I'm very respected by everybody around me. They know that when I come up, I'm there about business. I'm not here for the fuckery and the stupid shit. When I walk up, everybody, hey, I don't think a groupie is going to get treated the same way I'm treated. When I walk in the room, they sit up there and they don't even curse in front of me. They're like, would you like a seat? What do you need? Hey, I want to talk to you about some things. Can you, when do you got time to have an appointment? Whereas a woman who is to set up here and slept her way and played in between, or the flirt game a little bit too hard with these guys, they're going to set a group of hounds like that. I'm telling you, you gotta understand, these are not your average players. They've been doing this. Women throw themselves at them on a regular basis. Of all kinds, beautiful women. We talking about women way more beautiful than me. This is a thing for them. They don't have to do much. That's why I say I never come on to men. Men come on to me. So I'm not gonna sit up here and play that game, especially not in the area where I'm trying to make money. It says in music, it says players never show this, and players never show their wives. That's a fact. Nowhere in there, you got 10 countries, no wives ever. Those are, it says, these are different, those who have a different agenda than you. Yeah. You understand? It's some women that feel like if they can get in there, have a baby by somebody powerful, somebody that's popular, they think that they done sealed it. No, you haven't. You just a bitch with a baby at this point. Because once you find out, and he don't necessarily have to be married, he could have a woman that he cares about, but he fucks around on the road. And when he's on the road, you can be that girl. But when he's at home, you can't call his house when he's at home. Hell no. Some of them, not all of them. Not all musicians are the same, Light Angle. They are not. We talking about club life. You can have, and even inside of the business of R&B. I mean, did you ever watch Ray Charles' story? He had a wife at home, but the woman who sang, "Baby," that was his bitch on the road. And she had a problem that he's not going to give up his wife at home with kids. It says, oh, come on, with the popularity of money in this world, they cheat. Oh, yeah, they're going to cheat. Ain't no full stop. Never going to be a full stop. That's the reason why I always tell the young ladies that get involved with these guys that are musicians. Understand, women in this game is like grass at the park. It comes with it, baby. Yeah, I hope you got the heart for that shit. I have to go, guys. It was hanging right. We'll see you next time. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Okay, Lorraine, you take it easy. I'm about to cut this short in a minute, but I need you all to understand that as we watch these Chinese dramas, try to find yourself in them and see whether or not what type of person that you would be. How would I mean? Because where I get intrigued at is the emperors, how the emperors handle things, how they think. And the reason why the crown princes become the new emperor, they crown them, or the person that you see that he likes a lot as the character that's going to end up getting the actual throne, is because they think outside the box and they think very differently. So is love not at all valid? Which is love, which is not? You have to find out, Light Angle, what is love. Love is something, you got to understand things about love with men, okay? Men don't fall in love. They find themselves there. Okay? 1 minute they dating you and they into you. And then after a while, because see, they don't do like us. We see somebody is like, ah! You understand? It takes them a minute to understand when they're in love. And usually when they find out when they're in love is when you all have a separation or a blow up. When you have a blow up in the relationship, that's when you find out if you're in love with somebody, if that man is in love with you, really in love with you. Right. It says, so dramas are legit. They are like today's world. Men love, nope. And they settle down. And they settle down. You're right. They do settle down with age. But if you're looking for love in the ages between 18 and I'd say maybe 30, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Men don't really get themselves together for the love thing fully until they get somewhere near their early 30s and things like that. That's when the light bulb goes off. Maybe I shouldn't be sleeping with all these bitches. You understand? Maybe my eyes shouldn't be wandering. And then some guys are not like that. Some guys meet a girl in high school and that's who they with. But majority of them between the ages of 14 and 28, if you're looking for love, yeah, get ready to get your heart broken because it's so many things, so many changes. They haven't grown up yet. They're going through they want to screw anything and everything. They're at that sexual height. They'll put their dick in a plug. They don't care, okay, at that time. But as they get older, they tend to mature more. Women mature quicker than most men, but they tend to mature faster. They tend to mature faster later on in life. And just because you have a man that grows up into adulthood does not necessarily mean he's a man. And that's something else we also have to face too. We have a lot of grown, available boys. Says Chinese girl, rich men, LA have double, triple lives. They live there. Yeah. So I just wanted to get you on there. Like I said, when you watch Chinese dramas, you really do have to ask yourself, how does this equivalent, come back where I could learn something from this? for me, the emperors and how they handle things are very intriguing to me because I think a lot of times like a male does. And also I have to be very careful because all of us who single women are like empresses to ourselves, believe it or not. If you have accumulated assets and things like that, you are a empress to yourself and you have shit to lose. And being with the wrong man can cause you to lose your shit, everything you've got. And I'm not telling you this as a warning. I mean, as something that I think I know. I'm telling you this on some shit that I have lived through myself. I was not smart enough to know at a certain age that, bitch, you have a lot going on for yourself and you can lose it at a drop of a dime, fucking around with the wrong person. They can take your shit. It's some men that know how to snooze up right next to a woman who got her shit together and take every dime she got and leave her somewhere in a park with 50 cents to her name. And she don't know how the hell she got there. That's the reason why I say you have to learn how to take your time with men. Men are very versed in how to walk some draws off of any woman. You have to know how to hold yourself together as a woman and slow them down. Take their mind somewhere else. You want to make a man fall in love with you? Get his mind off your ass. That's how you do that. Get his mind off your tits and ass and go and find out what's going on up in here. Find out what he needs, what he really needs that he don't even know he needs. If you can keep your legs closed as long as you possibly can, your Chinese dramas tell you that. Keep them legs closed till they can't hold back no more. Even if you can't hold back no more, try as hard as you can to keep that at bay because women don't understand that after you give up the cookie, what else do you got to give? It took your heart to get the cookie. So your heart and your cookie came together. After that, what you got? What you got? And men know this. That's why I tell you, they act funny after they got you. If it took a lot to get you, them motherfuckers is gonna act like they got some sense. But if it didn't take that much effort to get you, and once they get you in the bed and they find out, well, she all right, she do this okay, then they start acting strange. The calls ain't every day no more. It starts tapering off. You start seeing certain shit after they done got the sex. Because I'm going to give you a general rule. If the sex is great and he's not that into you, he going to hit that 3 times. And then after that, you're going to start seeing shit taper off. It's like clockwork. And how I know? All I got is male friends. They tell me this shit. They don't tell you. That's the thing about having too many girlfriends and not no male friends is going to tell you what's up. Or they forget that your ass is in the room and you the only female and you hear the real conversations. The real conversations will have you scratching your head like these motherfuckers really don't give a fuck about nobody. You understand? Or the real conversations are when they having issues with their women and you sit back and they's like, wow, this woman really don't even understand. This man actually really gives a damn about her. But usually you don't find that out unless it's their conflict, that fighting. That fighting is happening. We thinking, oh, fuck him, he's stupid. He don't even understand where I'm coming from. That's where you stop and say, wait a minute, let me look at this. Let me come at this at another way to find out what the problem really is. And sometimes you have to come off your mountain that you're on to ask the question, exactly what is going on? And be willing to accept the answer that you get. A lot of women do not do that, y'all. They can't accept that answer. They can't accept the truth. Some men will tell you the truth. I don't like your mouth. It's too much for me, and I can't keep dealing with this shit. But you talk crazy to me too. You see what I'm saying? Y'all at a stalemate. Or I don't like it when you do this or that, and you feel like, oh God, he's saying something against me as a person. No, he's telling you the fucking truth. Men usually don't have time to invent lies. Or if he does some shit that when he's trying to get rid of you. See, when men do the brush off and all this shit, I don't want to be bothered or leave you alone, or they try to turn some shit around on you that you like, how the fuck is this my fault when you did this? Oh, you trying to find a way out the relationship. When I see that shit, I make it easy. You gone and go. You want to know why I do it easy? Because I can get another motherfucking idiot like you on any block. You don't push your shit off that is fucked up about you on me. You trying to make shit about me when it's actually about you. So, okay, what's up, family grind? We're about to wrap this up in a minute, but I don't know, that was on my heart this week because I had seen some things that I said I might want to address with the ladies that are in this. I work differently. I don't handle things like a business deal, but in the situation that I was in with Mr. H, it was a situation where I have my agenda, and my agenda is going to pay me for the next 30 years at that time. And this man is on some right now type shit. I chose my agenda over the right now. So when it comes down to it, I need you guys, everything is not a business deal, but you have to use critical thinking when you are dating people. You have to use common sense when you are dating people. You have to come to the table when you are dating people with your right fucking mind and all of your senses working, because you do not know who this is that's in front of you. They are putting up a front. Everybody puts up a front. I'm not going to tell you, hi, my name is Pat, and I got a crazy bitch that lives in the cave that if you fucking provoke her and make her mad, she might stab you or strangle you. How many people are coming to the damn dating table like that? Okay? Sunday morning cartoon. I can't wait to see your show. Thank you, Light Angle. So I know everybody does not have the same views as me, but I try and hope. It says, do you find yourself feeling guilty when you don't finish a drama? And you feel, yes, I do. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I do. But I'll try to come back to it, but it all depends on if something else draws my attention. I'm like, the fuck that look out there drama. It wasn't doing enough. They didn't pull me in enough. You know what I'm saying? But it's some dramas I gotta watch to the end because I gotta see how this shit goes. But that's all on the writers too. But yeah, so I actually want to make this channel an area where women can get together, talk about the different dramas, but also get reality out of it. And that's what my reviews tend to be, is I tend to try to mirror that back to what we can use today. Says, have you? Yes, I've seen Investors of the Gods. I did a review on that shit. The only person I liked out of that was the little guy that was aloof. That was the T God that was sent down to help, and his wife that kept beating his ass with the broom. I loved him. I loved him completely. Other than that, our crying ass prince from the Royal Nova Diner got on my damn nerves. He got on my nerves. He was crying in that shit, y'all, too. Okay? He was crying in that shit, too. I was just through. He just couldn't get past. This bitch is like, hey, I'm crazy. I don't love you like that, dude. Let me be fucking nuts and take revenge. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't get past this shit. He was one of the ones like, motherfuckers, you just don't want your ass. Says, I correlate with Joseon period in time in today's time. Me too. I like Joseon, the ones from Joseon too. I find those very interesting. But you know what? The Quinn Dynasty gets me too, because it seems like those guys, I don't know if it's me, but what aren't those guys like more physical and fighting than the ones that are in Joseon that are the Korean dramas, the K dramas? The ones that are from the Quinn Dynasty, them motherfuckers look like they just beat that ass. The manly shit is a fail for me. I'm sorry. It says, Miss Harper, have you seen? I haven't seen. Yeah, I've seen that. Oranga and the Matrix. Yes, I've seen that. That's good too. But the fighting part with the Quinn men is like the K dramas is more. It's kind of stiff, but they do have some of the very beautiful emperors. They have some guys with them outfits with the little hats. They are really, really cute. And then when they be standing there with their little shirts and shit open, it's cute. They're cute. But the ones with the braids with the hair that's bald and the up here and then this hair down the back, I find them dudes sexy as hell. I don't know why. Even though that hairdo makes their fucking face look like a light bulb. Some of them, but some of them got a perfectly round face, and that shit just works. And the fineness is still there. Me too, Family Grind. I'm waiting on that one too. The what is it? The Anthropol Chronicles. I gotta see that little cute little boy that was on there running around half naked at first. I gotta see him. And then the uncle with the swoop over. He got a whole fucking hairdo. He got a bouffant going on there with his hair. But it's a good looking bouffant. That one is good too. Um, I'm telling you that I am, and the crazy part is that the uncle is just like our boy that was running through with the outfit, with half dress. He had a beautiful body, all of that. That's why I'm like, some of these guys, I'm like, every Chinese dude I've ever seen is thin and out of shape. I'm like, where they be finding these boys? Taiwan. Taiwan. I wish they would lift the goddamn, what is it, the ban on traveling so I can go to fucking Taiwan, y'all. I bullshit you not. I will be boy watching. Yeah, Taiwan. Taiwan has a lot of really good looking guys. And for some reason, they don't, when they work on their bodies and shit, really build up muscle, they look good. They look good. They not naturally built men like how black men are. Some black men that naturally can be, they do some lifting and shit like that, and they cut the fuck up. But it's some of the Chinese boys, they really look good. The Taiwan boys and shit like that, they look great. Dude from Chew, yes. Yes, a King of War, fine. Soldier from the sloop, yep. You saw that shit too, Slim? Oh man. I'm like, honey, it's a couple of when I people. I'm like, he kind of cute. I'm gonna have to come back around and see this one again. You gotta watch that one. The sleuth from Ming Dynasty. They got some cute ones up in there. They got some cute ones. And like I said, where they just have the ones from Joseon, where they had the little hats and they had a little gown on, and then when they like got their little shirt open and shit, talking shit, I'm like, looking like they wearing little white pajamas. Baby. There's a few of them that are good, but strange enough, it's not always the good looking ones that attract me, to be honest with you. It's something about their personalities that make you like them. See, that's the thing about some of the Chinese dramas. The guys don't always have to be that good looking, but you can look past their good lookingness because of what you see with their personalities. That's what made Kim Chang is a decent looking guy. But when they put him inside of Rise of the Phoenix, you know what attracted you to Nayin? It wasn't how he looked. It was that motherfucker was sinister, and he was sinister and crazy, but he was sexy though. Every woman likes a crazy motherfucker from time to time, just like every male want a crazy ass woman. Okay, some men like it when they women get jealous. All right, and some women like jealous men. And I like the fact that Nayin was stuck up, but you could still see his jealousy. He was like, I'm above all this shit, but don't think I won't get dirty with you. It makes a character part of who the character is. It makes the character. It does. It makes them more attractive, especially when you know when they are actually vulnerable enough to sit up here, grab your ass, and be mad at you, and then throw your ass against the wall, let you know, like, bitch, look, you know I like you. I'll be done fucked your ass up. Don't be playing no games. Don't be fucking with my heart like that. That's how you know you got a motherfucker. If they check you like that, they don't be fucking with my home. Don't be fucking with my feelings. All right, I'm in my feelings right now with your ass, and I love that because men don't do that. You only see that shit when they start yelling and hollering. Oh, that hollering! What the hell you get all swollen over the chest for? What's wrong with you? You mad or something? And when I see that with men, and see, this is what men get mad at. We get laugh at me because they like, you dangerous as hell. I see you getting all upset, hollering and shit. You hollering, feeling all emotional and everything. You that mad? Then cry then. And you like, fuck you, Pat. I have to bring it down. I have to bring the heaviness of the moments down. Like, you know, I'm in here going crazy and shit. This what you know, man? Cry then. Shit. Cry then. Stomp around. Get you some heels and stomp. Bitch, don't do this to me no more. But that's how I get men to stop being angry. Okay, it's a method. It's a method. You have to be mommy with some of our guys. Okay, they get in their feelings and how you do it. I gotta bring it down. I'm like, you that man? You that man? And cry then. You gonna cry? And you ain't mad enough. That's when it makes them either laugh or calm the fuck down. You got to break up that intensity. You don't want people walking out the door angry, they get in their car, drive someplace, get hurt. You don't want that kind of shit going on. So sometimes you got to break it up with a little bit of laughter just so each party can get their bearings back, okay? And we can talk about this like we got some fucking sense. See, I'm a communicator. I don't like leaving things fucked up. And even if I might not like what you're saying, I'm going to listen to what you have to say. And mirror back to you what you said to me, even though I'm pissed off and I got 100 ways of being able to respond back to you. I'm going to try to understand what you're saying, dissect your conversation as I would inside of a courtroom, and help you understand what you're saying to me and how I'm getting it, and be able to let you know exactly how I feel on the subject too, on a fair area, and kind of agree to disagree or help you see where I'm coming from. That's effective communication. But that takes you taking your emotions out of it and sitting them on the table and saying, I need to talk with this man because he's going to do some stupid shit and we're going to be mad for each other for about a week. And me personally, you stop talking to me, I'm cool with that. I like a quiet house personally. So if men don't do that silent treatment shit with me, because I'm gonna forget your ass around. You still here? So it's best to talk about it. I'll give you a moment to calm down, and if we can come revisit that situation, I'm a quick person to tell you. If it gets too heated, let's table this topic for now. And let's come back at this when we are a little bit more able to see each other's point of views. We're a little bit more willing to see this point of views. It says, in a lot of dramas, the side chick has to settle for a lesser man. Would you? No? No. I mean, in their situations, they're inside of a palace where they don't have a right to their own lives. Now, when you born royalty, and this is how they keep money in a family and keep the money going and keep their country, you have to remember, they're trying to keep their country on top. These families with all this money and marrying into them means a lot. So these children that are coming out of these different situations, you're being married to keep peace amongst countries and shit like that. It's a political thing. It ain't about no love. You might love that prince, but the daddy's saying, bitch, you got to come lay up with me. You understand what I'm saying? You got to understand.